Hello, Ryan Kirkus back again. I paid for a Russian attack roll, but I never did it, so let's do that quickly here. So Russia had a free one and it's buying one, so we're going to do advanced artillery at 7 or higher. Miss, and we're going to do wartime economy at 7 or higher. Also a miss. Alright, now January 1940, Japan's turn. Japan is going to buy 3 tech rolls for $6. It's going to move forward the cruiser and the fleet carrier that are on the build chart. And it's going to build these 5 infantry. I got them just split up so it's easier to place. Japan wasn't really in a major position to take this stuff out for the CCP. So what we've done is these 2 guys got scooped from here, amphibious assault, along with the land assault of these 3 guys in on the city. That way there'll be a fairly good stack if these 2 forces combine and bring the aircraft in. That's one attack, and the other one's already on the battle board. It's right here. So what I had is I had a number of aircraft. Let me get a pointer to put my fat fingers in my giant hand, and well, it's not that giant, but it looks like it in the screen. So from Formosa here, I had 2 fighters, 2 tacticals, and a seaplane, and they all went 1, 2, 3, and they can either land 4 here, but the seaplane actually has a range of 8, so it can land back here or somewhere else. So that'd be 4. So that'd be 5 here, just to the sea zone, and then land on the land. So that's that. I also brought in all the forces that were down here, and one of the motorized that was sitting here could go 1, 2 and get in there. So let's see if we can't eliminate the KMT's only dollar of income, which is a bonus for the Burma Road, and they'll lose that if they lose Yunnan, and that $1 off the map there. All right, so those are the 2 Japanese attacks, and both sides have a commander. I got them sitting in the zeros there just so that I know that they're there. Which means, even though Japan's attacking into mountains, everything attacks at its regular state. And the fighters, all the aircraft are bumped up +1, +1. And then for the Japanese here, everything is defending +1 because of the commander, right? So these guys, instead of a 2 or a 3, the mountain infantry, instead of being a 5, is a 6, you know. And I wasn't sure what to do with this, but it says all units, so we're just going to bump up the anti-aircraft gun to 3 shots at 4 instead of 3 shots at 3. I didn't quite realize what was going on with that until it was too late, so we're just gonna roll with it. So first we're gonna do our 3 tech rolls for Japan, though, because that's what we got to do. That happens first. It's not really going to affect anything, but we were going to do, what are we going to do here? Wartime economy. We got that 2 out of 3. We need a 7. Fail. Okay. Long range aircraft. 11. We needed a 7. That's good. So long range aircraft is a go. And finally, let's do jet aircraft. That's a fail. I needed an 8. Alright, so Japan moves up on the long range aircraft. There we go. Okay, now let's start doing some attacks here. So we have 3 first strike artillery. So first strikes always happen first because the guys they kill can't shoot, so we're going to do that first. So 3 artillery at 4, first strike. Okay, that's 1. Now, if you were Japan, you'd probably just lose this dude right here. Done. So he doesn't get to roll. There you go. All right, let's roll 3 tacticals. Target select 1 to 3. against naval or land units. And we got one target select, and we got 2 more hits, so that's 3 hits total. I'm gonna start getting my dice out here. I'm just gonna line these guys up on the border of the map here. All right, target select. Who are you gonna select? In this batch, I would probably be selecting the mountain. So we're just gonna drop one guy off, and we're gonna leave 2 hits up there. So we'll not put the target select guy on the edge of the map. We're just gonna move them off the board. All right, we got 4 fighters at 7. Wow. Well, great if you're rolling tech, but they all missed. A seaplane at 5. That's a hit. All right, we've got, what do we got there? 3, 4, 5, 6 light tanks at 4. And we got 1, 2, so 2 more hits. And we've got 3, 4, 5 elite infantry at 3. And that's 1 more hit. All right. And now we've got 4 infantry and motorized at 2. Nothing. All right. So that's a total of 2, 4, 6 hits. 6 hits in total. So, if you were Japan, you would probably take off these 5 militia and the 1 cavalry. Let's just chip that out because those guys are coming off next. So I'll take off 2 chips. And we'll throw a chip down there to signify what that is. Alright, so that's it for their losses. Actually, what you would lose is, we'll put that cavalry back. I would lose this since it only fires in 1 round. So we're going to fire those 4 shots on the 3 shots from the AA, bumped up to 4. Oh, 1 hit. Man, if you're Japan, what do you want to lose? A seaplane or a fighter? Seaplane. Fighter's more versatile. I can use it on my Navy. Seaplane I can't. Alright. So, these artillery I've already rolled. So we're going to roll 4 cavalry. Oh, look at that. 2 hits. So I'm just going to start up over here again. Just for posterity's sake, we're going to leave 7 black up there, and I'll use the red for these guys. So 2 hits on Japan. Alright, and we've got 5 militia at 3. Remember, I got a commander, so it's bumping everybody up. 2 hits by the militia. Well, that's fluky. All the artillery's already rolled. 1 mountain at 6. That's another hit. I'm going to run out of red dice in a hurry. And I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry at 5. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not too bad. It's only 4. All right. So 6, 7, 8, 9 hits on the Japanese. Man, that's brutal. That is brutal. So that's 4, 5. Oh, and I had to lose a fighter, so I'm just going to take that off. That doesn't count. That's an extra hit, so 10 hits total that they got against the Japanese. That is nasty. Ooh, this is not working out as well as I expected. What do we got here? We got 5 guys there. We got 5. So I gotta lose 4 guys. 4, 5. 9, do I want to lose the light tanks? No. Those Marines are more expensive and they're more handy, but lose 3 light tanks, leaving me with 3 left. We're going to lose 4 light tanks. I want to keep these Marines for, they defend at 5, and I can use them for no casualties and attacking at 3. Alright, let's clear off the dead soldiers off the board there. Everybody is already rolled. Okay, now Japan has the choice of doing it again. Man, they could get a lot of hits on me, but I need to hit this stack hard while I have a chance, so I hopefully get some hits this time. They got more hits than I got. Alright. So, let's do another roll. Alright. Tacticals. Reel them at 8. 3 hits. Beautiful. But one of them is target selected, so I'm going to just take that off now. And we're going to say it's one of these dudes. And thankfully I got a bunch of chips lying around. No. So we'll just do that. One of those dudes. Okay. I lost the fighter last round to the AA, so 3 fighters at 7. There we go. I got some hits with these guys. 3 hits with the fighters. Alright. 2 light tanks. 1 more hit. Alright. I got 5 elite Marines at 3. So 1, 2, 3. 3 more hits. So what do we got there? We got 9 hits plus the target selected, so a total of 10. I already took the one off. And everybody gets to shoot back, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to lose 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 for the guy that was target selected. Not that it really mattered. Alright. Now they get to shoot back. Hopefully they don't get more than 7 hits or I start losing planes. Really hoping. Okay, so 4 cavalry at 3. That stupid commander bumping up the defense. Kind of brutal. Alright, so we got 1 hit. Alright, and we've got 3 artillery at 4. 2 hits. I'm just going to roll this separately here. I've got 6 living infantry. And they're rolling a 5. Oh, brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 more hits. Alright. And I've got 3 deceased infantry. Oh, let's do that again. I don't want to be throwing extra dice in there, and I got to pick which one that didn't count. Okay, 3 infantry at 5, and that's 1 more hit. So I got 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do that. Man, this is not working out for me. I don't want to lose any aircraft, so we're just going to color. And we're going to have to retreat. And leave these 6 dudes alive. Because I don't want to lose all my planes. Alright, so these 6 dudes are still here. No dice on that. Japan's going to take this thing away. It's going to end up landing 2 tacticals and a fighter over here because I lost a fighter. Let's back that up a little bit. The commander's going to run away with him. And I'm going to do a non-combat move into there. It's not looking so good for Japan all of a sudden, is it? Maybe I pulled the trigger one turn too early. I was going to bring more guys down there, but I figured I'd be better off. Oh, and the commander's still here too. Those commanders certainly make a difference. Alright. I might have affected my purchases. And then these aircraft that are remaining, the 2 fighters and the tactical, are going to land in the C zone where they came from on the carriers for a move of 4. Now that mess is picked up there. Let's do the rolls here. I've got city bonus for 1 dude. I got 2 bombardments at 4, 2 elite marines attacking at 3, and 3 regular infantry attacking at 2. Alright, so 2 bombardments at 4. 1 hit. That's all I needed in its first strike, so that's it. We're done. Alright, so the CCP lost the city that's worth 2. And Japan gets it back. And they're going to put all these dudes in there. Done. They're going to place these guys down here. They're going to place these 2 in the city. But they're going to first non-combat move one of these guys via destroyer. And let's non-combat move this sub into there. And we'll bring this sub into there too. Alright, so that's it. That was disappointing for Japan. So the CCP goes down 2. There's my stack of dead guys. So CCP down 2, Japan up 2. That was more of a loss for Japan than a win, but oh, I was going to also move non-combat move these 2 infantry in there along with this motorized just to keep my aircraft safe. I'd rather lose this place than yeah, let's throw the armored train in there too. We could probably want to keep that safe. All right, this is not going so well for Japan, but there we go. And the Japanese turn. They have no bonuses because they're not at war with anybody, except for Japan or China. But you got to be at war with a major power to get the bonuses. So yeah, there we go. Japan is going to collect us $28. That's brutal. Oh, I got to move these guys forward. So there you go. We're at stage 3 here. This guy's going to move forward. This guy's going to move forward. This does not affect the American bonus because it's not completed. I'm just moving it ahead and parking it there for now. All right. Yeah, and Japan has improved shipyards, but that only affects turn 1 of those, and those guys are already on the map, so no change to that. All right. I'll leave you here, and man, that took a little longer than I thought, and didn't go as well as I hoped. Okay, British are next. British turn. The UK British are going to buy 2 fighters, an infantry, and 2 tech rolls. For Ace Command, Destroyer, and Fighter. Australia is going to start a battle cruiser. It's actually, yeah, starts at 5 and a sub for 4. All right. Oh no, the sub's 6. But they may start a sub or they may save their $4. It depends on if they get the what's the keyword I'm looking for? Their tech, which is improved shipyards, and for one, and the second one is wartime economy. So improved shipyard, 7 or higher. Sweet. You get to save $2 a ship. There we go. Or $1 a sub. And wartime economy, they could possibly use that money. That is a 9. So the British also start a new tech. Wartime economy. There we go. So they've completed the improved shipyards, and that happens before you purchase your units. So this battle cruiser, instead of costing 5, is going to cost 3. This sub, instead of costing 6, is going to cost 5. And they get to save $1. That was hoping that that would happen. All right. These guys, their destroyer is going to be $2 cheaper, so they get to save $2. They could build a militia, but why? And these guys, there's no change in their pricing, so there we go. That's the save money. You know, there's that. All right. I'm just going to rip over to where I got some combat moves going on, and that's all in Europe, actually. So, let's see. The torpedo boat destroyer that aligned with Yugoslavia got attacked has gone. Oh, can't. Yeah, 1, 2. Same as the transport did. It's just the auto kill. Transport can't shoot back. We're done. Okay. Just wanted to show that. Now we got 2 different things that are happening here. We have a strategic bomber and a medium bomber doing a strategic bombing raid on the airbase, and this strategic's going against this minor factory. And then I brought the whole Navy along, except for that escort in non-combat move, but they could have made it anyway. They're just coming along to support transport. It's dropping a dude here and a dude there. And there's 2 reasons for this. One, it's going to force the Germans to start moving units back this way again. And 2, if they take this back, can't build a strategic rocket there next turn. So, so that's that. So yeah, facility bombardment, and I got 2 gimmies. So these go back to the French. And France might build some militia or something there. Who knows? All right. So there you go. And those strategic bombardments, I'm just going to double check the rules here for a second. I'm going to show those on the camera, but I'm just going to do my non-combat moves otherwise. So this batch here, I'm sure you can see that, yeah, let's crank it up a little bit. I'm sure you can see that these are down here. So just in case these guys are going to move down here, and one of them is going to go on escort duty. I already showed the non-combat up there. There don't seem to be any subs around here. So we're going to non-combat move this guy back to here. And we're going to take that one off. We'll leave the one on just in case. You never know. Actually, we're going to take that guy off too. Alright. Over here, because of that sub and whatnot, I want to bring this transport down so I can potentially scoop some dudes up. So I'm going to bring it to the Navy base and move 2. And I'm going to bring these guys along too, just in case that sub and destroyer get cheeky, because they can reach this. And with this light carrier, I can hunt down that sub. That's it. That's it for the British. I was going to do some moves here, but we're just going to chill out on that for now. Far East Command, for the most part here, things are looking pretty decent since Japan's just losing all its units fighting against China. That's kind of what Japan wants to see, or the Far East Command wants to see, so that's cool. So what's happening here is they're going to build their destroyer. Throw it in that batch there. And they're probably going to build this fighter over here. The factory, there we go. That's why I built that medium factory, because otherwise you could only build 1 unit, and that sucks. You can't even build the destroyer and a fighter at the same time. Far East Command is going to move this, or sorry, Australia's going to move this sub in here. It's going to build this, move this transport in here, build a sub, and it's going to start a battle cruiser. Let's get the first one of those on the map. Although, after watching Jim Hand Grenades video, I might want to buy a bunch of them. They look pretty nice. Fighters and infantry placement for the British. We're going to put them all up here. So, 1 infantry and a pair of fighters. I don't really anticipate the Germans doing too much, but I want to have something there just in case they start getting cheeky. They're building Marines, not too many, but just, you know, sneakily building 1 at a time. If they could decide to just slap down 4 or 5 transports in a turn, they got enough money to do that, and a stack of Marines, and that could be problematic for the British. All right, I'm going to stop the video here. Double check my my rules, because I haven't rolled a strategic bombing raid in a while, and figured out. British turn. Non-combats are all completed. I just wanted to double check a rule here, and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging while I checked it out. So I got 2 strategic bombings, 1 by the strategic bomber on facility, the minor factory, and the medium bomber on the air base. So I've just double checked. It is a mutual fire by both the attacking bomber and the AA in the facility. So I'm going to roll a 2d6 and a 12-sided die for the AA at the same time, and I'm going to do the strategic first on the minor factory. That is a hit, and it is 6 damage, but that maxes out at 5. So I'm just going to throw up an orange and a 5er underneath. So that's going to need $5 worth of repair, and that guy's dead. That's expensive for British. I don't know if I'm going to do this again too often. Now the medium bomber, same thing, only it's 1d6 on the airbase. Thankfully it missed. It got 6 damage, but again that also maxes out at 5. So the medium bomber will be able to fly back home, and the strategic is destroyed. Alright, so that's how that sits. Kind of expensive. Throwing away a strategic, which is worth $12. It costs $10 damage to the Germans. I guess it's pretty damn close. Yeah, so that's the end of that. I will leave you here, and we'll move on to the French turn. Right. January 1940, French turn. The French are going to build 2 militia, a tech roll, and a colonial infantry, which is just a regular infantry built without a factory in any colony worth $1 or more. So they're going to do one other sneaky, cheeky thing. They're going to go on combat air patrol over here. That way it makes it harder for the Germans to get a sub out. And they're going to place their militia right there. nasty pain in the butt there. And they're gonna put this dude in Morocco for now. Maybe they'll get another dude. Maybe they'll put a Navy base there if they save a lot of money. Who knows? So they're doing one tech roll, and they're going to be rolling that for wartime economy. So let's just wander over here. Wartime economy, 7 or higher. Fail. All right. Now it's time for the French to collect their money. See ya next year. January 1940, Italian turn. By the way, France is, I forgot to move it up on the board. It's up to 8 now. Germany went down 2 because of these 2 locations. So changed the income. France has actually got $11 in the bank. It's kind of scary. So Italy's going to build by a tech roll, an infantry, and a black shirt militia. We're just going to fly over here. And the tech roll is for wartime economy. And the 7 or higher, Italy gets wartime economy. Bang. Perfect. All right. If you were Italy, you would suddenly realize some craziness just happened. The British went down in here. I just finished as Italy's turn counting it out. It's 1, 2, because they're not at a British base. They can't get to Gibraltar. Those guys are not in the Med. That guy can't get to the Med from either direction unless they move 2 turns. That escort can get in from this side. That stuff can't get into the Med this turn. Get close, but it can't get in. So we only got a little bit of dudes there and a little bit of dudes there. I think we're gonna pull the trigger as Italy. So we're going all in. And it's a good thing I built all these Marines. So we're gonna bring in 3 Marines and 1 mountain troop. And we're gonna leave 1 mountain dude behind. So we're also gonna bring the aircraft, which can go 1, 2, 3 from an air base. So we're gonna bring those aircraft along. Now we're gonna move this whole freaking Navy, because why not? Except for this guy's gonna go over there. Then we're gonna bombard with these 2 and those 2. So that's gonna be our amphibious assault, because there's a coastal gun there, right? We need to figure out what's what. We're probably gonna leave this dude here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack that French escort with this and this and 1. Can these move 1 or 2? I can't remember. Whatever. That and that. So we're gonna attack that as well. No, we're gonna convoy raid here, I guess. Let's just leave 1 guy out there. Alright, so I'm gonna do a convoy raid here as well. I'm just gonna use my coastal subs. For now. Actually, we'll use the regular subs here. There we go. So yeah, let's bring these 2 coastal subs in. That 1 coastal sub in there anyway, and we'll move that other one somewhere else, whatever. So yeah, that's our attack. I hope I get something with that. That's on Gibraltar. I'm gonna have to get things figured out here, because there's a mountain, there's a fort, there's a coastal gun, there's bombardment. It's nuts. So I'm just gonna double check my rolls here before I get crazy. But Italy got wartime economy, and Italy has declared war, so it bumps up to its full income. That's all it was waiting for. Thankfully, there's only 2 dudes here, so So that'll be handy. Hopefully these aircraft can eliminate those and keep some dudes alive. Alright, I don't want to lose my whole Navy, but, you know, that's why we're doing this. We're closing the door before that Navy can get in here. And no Navy can get in that side before our transports can scoop and dump somewhere else. So that's what we're aiming for. And we're going to bring this commander along. Sorry, I should have done that. He can tag along with the attack, can he not? And he doesn't take up any movement because he doesn't actually have a role. It's just a modifier. So we're going to bring that commander along. And I want to make sure I don't forget to put mountain infantry in Turin, since I had a chip sitting there. I hate to short shift Italy when it's got so many units. And you know what we can also do? We can also bring this seaplane in. So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, no, he's got a movement of, I think, 8 or 6. Either way, you can get in there and get out. No worries. I got a landing zone for that stuff there anyway. All right, let's start rolling this here. So that's a regular fortification. And I believe, let me just double check here my rolls. I believe it has a shot, does it not? Forts have a shot. Fortification. Combat bonus round 1 of combat +2 all land units. And 2 attacks at 5 first round. They are not first strikes though. That was an anomaly because it was the Maginot Line. That one was a bumped up version of the same thing. So, I have some bombardments to do, and I'm going to assume that the bombardments and the coastal gun are going to shoot at the same time. If I'm incorrect, you know what, I'm just going to stop and we'll double check that. Okay, I just double checked the rules. Coastal artillery and bombardments happen at the same time. Bombardments are first strike, coastal artillery is not. Okay, so I've got, let's just wander. I got too much shit in the map. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. All right, so we're gonna do a battleship at 4. That's a hit. We're gonna do a cruiser at 2. Ooh, close, but no hit. We're gonna do 2 destroyers at 1. Oh no, a 9 and a 6. That's a fail. Now we're gonna do 3 shots, because a maximum of 3 shots from the coastal artillery, right? So, jeez, at 3 I just got 2, so I just lost 2 of my ships. Man. Well, I'm not losing the transports because that's got my dudes on it. So we're gonna lose these 2 our destroyers, I guess. Yes, and this was my division of forces, amphibious assault, and just regular Navy, just chilling out, doing nothing. I guess this guy wasn't supposed to move yet, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's put him in here instead. That makes more sense. I didn't realize what I was doing there. All right. Yeah, that blows. Okay, so that's that was a first strike. So the dude who gets hit doesn't get to shoot. So let's just take the regular guy off. They both defend the same, but the regular guy's cheaper. So if you're the British, you'd probably save your money. All right, now the attacks are going to start rolling in. There's commander on the ground, so everybody's +1. Mountain infantry attacking in mountains does not get a bonus, but it doesn't lose its thing, so it stays the same, and it gets a bonus from the commander, so it's 1 at 3. Miss. I got 3 Marines, and they are negative because they're attacking mountains, but they're even because the commander brings them back up. So that's 3 at 2. Please just one hit. Nothing. Man. Alright. Tactical at 7. It's getting worse. And let's see if we can't get a fighter at 6. Holy, not a single hit. Okay, that's brutal. All right. Ooh, I just noticed something here. I took a burst dude off, but I didn't even see that they had a militia there, so I'm going to take the militia off instead. We're going to give him a British regular dude wherever I put him. I think I threw him across the map already. So we're just going to give him a regular white chip to say it's a regular dude. Alright. Damn. Okay, so the force got 2 of 5. Ooh, thankfully I missed. Need to move that ship. I'm resting on top of it. Alright. Fort failed to shoot, so I got Marine and an infantry, both at 4, 2 at 4. Whew, no hits either. Alright, good. Oh, and I forgot to fire with the seaplane. 1 at 4. Also missed. Okay. So, tactical. There. Hit. Target select. Doesn't matter. Oh. Yeah. No, my infantry didn't get 5s either because they get +1 from the fort round 1. But that fort bonus is now gone, so that's good. Fighter at 6. That's 2 hits. That's all I needed. Let's see what we get. We got 2 at 4 back. Nothing. Huh. Sometimes these things are brutal, but that wasn't too bad. I mean, I lost 2 destroyers and whatnot, but that's all I lost. So sweet. So 3 Marines and a mountain with the commander. And these guys are going to land back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from an airbase. Another at a new airbase. All right. Oh, that was a little bit stressy. A little bit stressy. Yeah. Okay. Convoy raids. This will be fun. So that escort, there's only 1 escort on that whole line. I'm hitting the same line. Well, I'm gonna hit that line twice here with regular subs. So we'll see what we get there. There's 1 escort on it. So I'm just gonna do a black and a red. Red is British, black is German. Alright, so black +1, +2, and red +1. No waste of time. Okay, so let's go on to the next sub and see zone 80 instead of 81 this time. Ooh. No, that the Germans won again. Now they're both +1 because we're doing the coastal sub right there. And it's not Germans, it's the Italians, but you know what I mean. All right, so +1 and +1, not a single dollar lost. All right, 1 attack at, oh, it's got a commander. 1 attack at 5. That's a 4. Okay, we lost this coastal sub. I hate these rules here. 1 more attack at 4. That's another sub. And the 3rd attack at 4, 5, and that one, I managed to keep 1 of my subs alive. There we go. Took no money, lost 2 subs. 1 regular and 1 coastal. Want me to never convoy again unless I adjust the rules. Alright. So, for my build here, we're going to put a black shirt down. And Rome. We're just going to put a regular infantry down here. Alright. So, that's the Italians' turn. So they didn't actually get any increased... Oh! That's the problem with doing this on camera. I forgot to show my other combat moves. Got so excited about that. But bang. I had planned this all out and I never did it. And one and one. Thank you. Okay, so this one's going to be 1, 2 for a fight. Okay, so I only have one actual fight here that's there. So we got fighter at 6, hit. Militia at 2, hit. There we go. Even Steven. And the fighter's got a full 2 now. And it can go 3. Or sorry, 3. Nowhere to go. It's going to go there. Done. Alright, so that's that. And this seaplane is going to fly back somewhere to the airbase up back in Turin. Alright, I knew I had more shit going on because I'm like, that's just not right that I don't have all this stuff. I know technically I'm supposed to show all my moves before I start rolling. I'm trying to get this stuff efficient for the camera. So the British lose $2 and the French lose 1. Alright. So Italy first moves up to its full income of 10. Then it goes up 1 for Tunis and 2 for there. The British move down 2. The French move down 1. There we go. And Italy's completed wartime economy, so it gets to do an economy roll as well, which is a sweet deal. So Italy's collecting 13, plus they're going to do wartime economy, which is not that much. It's an extra $5, so 13 plus 5. And let's check and see what kind of bonus incomes they get. Italy, possession of Gibraltar, $2. No enemy surface warships. Oh, we don't know that yet. Man, I'm scatterbrained on this turn here. Sorry guys, I am a little bit off today. So 1 destroyer at 4. Miss. I should gotta start using my orange things again. That would have saved me this problem. 1 torpedo boat destroyer at 2. That's a hit. So that's 1 hit against the torpedo boat destroyer. And the defensive roll is a 6. Miss. Okay, done. That guy's dead. Yeah, let's throw that guy down there too. Alright. Yeah. Non-combat rolls, moves, don't really have any. I didn't use this sub for anything, but we're just going to leave that sitting there. Let's non-combat move that guy into there too. The one sub that didn't convoy and the other sub that didn't get killed out of my three. Anyway. Alright, so what was I saying? Italy's already placed their units, so that's bad. Italy spent all this money. Italy's now collecting 13. Plus it's collecting 2 for Gibraltar, 2 from no enemy surface warships in the Med, because there's only neutral ones in there. And it's collecting 5 for its wartime economy. So Italy's actually at $22 this turn. There we go. Maybe they can build enough shit so they don't lose everything when the British start rolling at them. Alright, that's the end of that turn for Italy. Let's see what happens with the US and the KMT. RC back again. We're going to do the American turn, and we're going to do the KMT turn together. They technically move at the same time, so the Americans are going to buy this. What is it? The Flying Tigers, January 1940. It's available then, so we're going to buy it now. It's cost $5. Attack of 7, defensive 7. It's a regular fighter, but it's got +1 attack and defense. And they're going to buy 4 tech rolls, trying to get that crazy victory point there. And the KMT are going to buy a militia, and the Americans are going to save $3 for next turn's builds. All right. A couple of things that need to be done here. We forgot to do the Russian income increase roll. So we're going to do that first. And we're just going to put it up on the board. So 11. Beautiful. So Russia moves from 17 to 26. It's 11 up. They're halfway to 46. Actually, they're a little over halfway. Not by much, but they are a little over halfway. All right, now we're going to do the American. Technically, the American increase comes last, but we're going to do some tech rolls here first. So we're going to do jet aircraft. That's a fail. We need an 8. Heavy bombers, we need a 9. Close, but not quite. Long-range aircraft, we need a 7. That's a 6. That's 3 failures in a row. And strategic rockets, just because that's what you need. Okay, so that's all fails. Since we're here anyway, we're going to do the American income increase. Last time we got a 1. Let's see if we can beat that. 3. Oh, well, that's not great, but it's better than nothing. So from 15, 1, 2, 3 to 18. So the Americans make 18. They were at 15. And like I said, I forgot to do the Russian roll. They went up 11. That's beautiful for Russia. All right. So now here we are. Here we sit. The rolls are done. Saving that. We're gonna at the end of the Chinese turn, this is gonna land. So we'll just assume the land lease. The KMT last turn they had the Japanese attacked them pretty hard. And the Japanese managed to take away a fighter and all their land units. And I believe they took away their seaplane too. So that was very expensive for the Japanese. And the KMT could attack them again. But they're only attacking with infantry into mountains at 2 with the commander. And they only got 6 of them. And they might take out these land units, but they're probably not going to take out these air units. Plus, they're fighting against guys with the commander. And we just saw how the KMT kicked butt doing that against the Japanese when they went the other way around. So we're just going to hold off on that, and we're going to bait the Japanese into coming here. So we're going to place the militia in this place here as well. And our land lease from the Americans is going to arrive somehow at a British port through the Burma Road, and we're going to have the Flying Tigers right there. Oh, and I got a cat on my table. All right. So the KMT still collect their $1, and they get an extra $1 for having the Burma Road open. So there we go. The Americans are going to collect 18. And they don't get any bonuses because they're not at war. They did get their bonus $3 for rolling, and they saved $3, so they have 21 in the bank for next turn. Man, they really need to start rolling some higher numbers. That's brutal. Russia's doing great, but America's doing shitty. All right. I'm not even going to move any units on the board or nothing for these guys. It's not really worth it. The Americans are way over there. And way over there, they're not even close to wartime economy. So they're just going to sit back and hope nothing weird happens. All right. Yeah, so that's the end of January 1940. Have a good one.